It is now 38 minutes past the hour. Many readers of the Entertainment Weekly will tell you that their favorite guilty pleasure is Jim Mullen's Hot Sheet. For those of you not yet in the know, we're going to put you in the know right now. The Hot Sheet is a cool, often caustic take on the week's top celebrities and newsmakers. And since 1991 gave us a bumper crop in both categories, we have invited Jim Mullen here to join us this morning to take a look back at what people were really talking about last year, this year. Good to have you with us.
Well, thank you so much.
Give us a little inside tip on what the Hot Sheet really is.
Well, I make a living insulting people, so that's basically what the Hot Sheet is. But the difference between it and most one-line comments on things is that I talk about what I think people are really talking about. For example, on the news every night you'll see a story about the Serbs and the Croats. But around the water cooler, nobody ever talks about that. It's way low. They talk more about Liz Taylor and things like that.
Before we get to Liz, and we will, I promise you
No,
that.
gotcha.
How do you decide who gets in? Is it just like a gut reaction?
It's in the air, what I think most people, cocktail party conversations. And the way I write it is, you know, when you go to a party and somebody says something, it's kind of, I wish I'd have said it. So I spend all week long going, I wish I'd have said, and come up with a line.
Well, let's hear some of the things that you not only wish you had said, but in fact you have said. We'll start now and run down our list right now. We'll start with looking back at '91 with Julia Roberts.
Well, Julia Roberts, of course, the big news, the reason she was in the news, other than that she's a fine actress and gorgeous, is the Kiefer Sutherland situation. And when you think about it, I think it had to fail because she is a huge star commanding big salaries. And he's got an agent that's going like, but can you be a secret square? I mean, please. And that's the problem there. It was kind of the Norman Maine Star is Born situation.
Speaking about hot, Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, well, Kevin Costner, I like Kevin Costner. He makes great movies. Dances with Wolves was great. Robin Hood was great. JFK was... 2 hours of it was great.
Right.
And but the thing is, I mean, can you imagine like Bogey and Spencer Tracy and Kevin Costner sitting at a bar drinking, and Kevin Costner going, "I'll have the Avion."
Well, they'd be very old. Macaulay Culkin, the world's youngest new millionaire.
We like Macaulay, but there is a problem. There's a guy named Tony Schwartz, a media advisor, and he had a great line once. He said, "You know, a horse walking across the screen on Bonanza is not acting." And that's my feeling about child actors. Would you pay a horse $5 million? I mean, they can't really be acting.
Depends on what the odds were at the track. Tell us about Liz, please. Married again.
Married again, and of course we want her to be the happiest woman in the world. But think about where she met Larry Fortensky, the Betty Ford Center. Hey, come on. There is quality dating at the Betty Ford Center. When your 12-step program, you've hit rock bottom. You go to the Betty Ford Center and meet somebody and get married. I don't know.
Love at first sight?
I don't know. What do they talk about? What, they're not going to drink tonight?
Well, you can put that
I'm not having a martini. What are you not having?
Well, we're not having any more time, unfortunately. It's 41 and a half minutes past the hour. Jim Mullen, good to have you with us.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope the Hot Sheet is just as hot next year. And if we happen to work our way into it, only in the best of circumstances. That's not a request. It's simply a please don't hurt us. It's now 42 minutes past the hour. We'll be back with Dick Clark in a moment. 9 minutes past the hour. It was 12 months ago today that we were standing here marveling at the year gone by. Would there ever again be a year like 1990 with all its major changes? Well, we discovered all too soon that 1991 would have more of its share of earth-shaking events as well, beginning with the explosion of war. We now look back at the sounds and the images of 1991.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait. These attacks continue as I speak. I instructed our military commanders to prevail as quickly as possible.
It wasn't a resignation, it was a retirement.
I am very pleased to announce that I will nominate Judge Clarence Thomas to serve as Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court.
I began to be concerned that Clarence Thomas might take out his anger with me by degrading me or not giving me important assignments.
I, Clarence Thomas, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend.
There's
3,800 people out here that could lose their job, and then the economy would suffer also.
I would be less than honest if I did not admit to you my regret at not having the chance to run for president.
I have decided, and I formally announce today, that I will be a candidate for President of the United States in every primary that we can be placed on the ballot.
We saw the flames coming down from the top of the hill, and it was incinerating all the houses, anything that was in its way. It was incredible.
Father, we will not rest until Wichita is abortion-free.
The Twins are going to win the World Series. The Twins have won it.
Yes, let's go.
They found an opportunity to run me out, and they are not going to run me out of Dodge City.
Mr. Dahmer, is it correct that you wish to waive or give up your right to have a preliminary hearing in this case?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Want to play? Right now? Right now, come on. Truth or dare. Truth or dare. Dare.
Because of the HIV virus that I have, I will have to retire from the Lakers.
And I think it's best for the president that I move on.
He raped me.
I'm innocent.
Работа прекращается.
Я прекращаю свою деятельность.
I am ceasing my activities in the post of President of the USSR.
Before we go, we want to take a second to look back at the influential personalities of 1991, and who better than to lead it off than the late Miles Davis.